Lovely. Good morning. Thank you very much. Thank you, John Bennett in Belfast. Thank you, Susan McReynolds up here in BBC Radio 4 in the frozen northwest. Good morning.
BBC Radio Foyle
and BBC Radio Ulster
with Gerry Anderson.
OK, time marches on. Christmas approaches. Get those toys, get those things that the children want, even though you can't afford them, but get them anyway. The number to ring if you want to contact this programme is 08459 555 678. The email is jerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk. I was very unkind to James Morton yesterday. I thought perhaps I'd play something today to placate him. He likes this, and so do I. This is Bobby Darin from a new album which is out now at the moment called Swing. It's really good.
Beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to her arms I'd go sailing. It's far beyond the star, it's near beyond the moon. I know beyond a doubt my heart will lead me there soon. Beyond the shore, we'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing. Just as before, happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing. No more sailing, so long sailing, bye-bye sailing.
Oh, it's Bobby Darin, Beyond the Sea. I love that. I used to listen to that years ago when I was a kid at Fiorentini's Italian restaurant. Do you remember that?
Hollywood Library.
Obviously not. Right, here's a letter. Thank you very much for my Rickety Wheel prize, which was a mobile 3-drawer pedestal unit. This is from Kathleen Wark. Many little bits of feedback coming in for our Rickety Wheel. People are mightily pleased with their prizes. I'm going to sneeze now in a moment, and I can feel it coming on. I'm sorry. Excuse me, this may happen 3 or 4 times in the next minute. I'm sorry, I may have to play a record soon. The prize was donated by Mr. Jim Steele from Furnifix Systems Limited, Stonyford in Lisburn. This prize was lovely workmanship. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Gesundheit, I'm sorry. Thank you very much. Mr. Steele is a lovely gentleman. Delivered this to my home. Would you please say a big thank you to Mr. Steele and his sister Rosemary? Mr. Rosemary, who's a good friend of mine, who are great fans of the programme, and they are indeed. Thank you very much indeed. And there's a man... Okay. I can't help this.
Will you play Moriarty? I'm just talking to him now. Right.
No.
For Victor and Kathy.
No.
Where do Victor and Kathy live?
No.
In Antrim. Okay, all right. Is that Victor? Okay, Victor, I will ask him for you, and I'm sure he'll do it for you.
No.
Because it's the season of goodwill towards all men, isn't that right?
To hell with that.
Okay.
No.
Right, Victor. Merry Christmas to you.
I'm not playing Moriarty.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I'm not playing Moriarty.
Will you play Moriarty?
No, I said no. That's nearly as bad as the 12 Days of Christmas. I bet you never found the 12 Days of Christmas for the woman who rang up yesterday.
Norman said, would you please give details of the Leningrad cowboy CD.
I have it here in front of me.
Have you? Have you got the details?
Yes, because I took the unprecedented step yesterday of emailing Trevor Williams, who knows everything about everything.
Good. Well, will you tell Bert McCormick?
Well, here it is now. Is Bert listening? Bert, get your pen and paper handy.
And
Remember
Norman.
people used to say that in their video.
right.
Get your pen and paper handy. Put your thinking cap on, they used to say. Do you remember? They don't
Yes.
they don't get you to put your thinking cap on anymore.
And wind you down for the weekend?
We'll wind you down for the weekend, but put your thinking back. We'll wind you down for the weekend, put your thinking cap on, and get pen and paper ready.
Did you see the new TV programme last night?
The only thing I saw last night was Eamon Holmes being Santa Claus. Did you see that? No. He was great. He wandered around celebrities' homes and talked about Christmas.
Did you see-
It was as false as an artificial leg.
Did you see Hollywood...
Yes!
Christmas Hollywood, whatever it's called.
The people who are employed to go out and buy presents for you. Oh, why want people like that?
great
Two girls go out and buy you presents.
Great
I was
programme.
very concerned that Whoopi Goldberg would get something that she'd like. It's very hard to shop for Whoopi Goldberg. That's what I learned from that program.
Yes, it was.
Because Whoopi Goldberg has everything.
Yes, but
And a
she
lot
ended
of all the people in the Sharon Stone doesn't have everything, but she's nearly everything. But Whoopi Goldberg has everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So what do you buy for somebody? Do you know what they bought her? Do you remember what they bought her?
A dog handbag.
A handbag with a dog sticking
yeah.
out of it. Yeah, it was good. I'd like
But
one
did
of
you not
those.
see the wee programme, the wee Northern Ireland programme?
I missed that. What was that?
Ralph and Christine and Big Mark.
Oh, that was the first night it was on. No, I missed that, unfortunately.
Very good.
Very good indeed.
Yes. Yes.
Was it really? You're
Yes.
just saying that.
No, I'm not just saying that.
No, you're just saying.
I'm not.
You're just trying to say nice things, aren't you? You do that sometimes.
It was good.
Well, I'm glad it was good. I never saw it. I can't say one way or the other, but I always get suspicious when you say nice things about
No,
things.
no.
I think you've
I
got
would
an
worry about the
ulterior motive.
time that it's on.
What time is it on at?
10:35. I think it's
That's
a
very
wrong
late
slot.
for That's a wrong slot.
I think it's a wrong slot.
very late for me.
But a good programme.
Look at this here. Have you seen this?
What is it? It's
The
a
little-
box that opens.
It's the little cube of Cam. I got one of these today. I'll tell you about it. It's called
it soap?
You've heard of the Little Book of Cam, the most relaxed book of all. Whenever you're feeling stressed, you open up the Little Book of Cam and read things. But now there's a little cube of Cam, and you go like that. It's like a Rubik cube. Remember Rubik cube?
Yeah.
See what you do is here's one. Right now it says, think of a Cam scene. What does it look like? What does it sound like? How does it feel? Any moment now, you'll be feeling that Cam feeling yourself. Surprisingly, the moment you decide to become calm, you're well down the path to becoming calm. The decision is all that it takes. Notice how you always feel peaceful when you're having a good time. Make fun. Relax.
When did you first wash your blueberries?
When did you first realise you had a problem with your blueberries? Dwell on a calm memory. Make peace. It's no good at all, is it? Concentrate on do small things well. Concentrate on the details, satisfying it to the best of your ability. And everyday tasks become interesting and fulfilling.
I'm ready to sleep.
Don't lose sleep.
I'm so calm.
Don't lose sleep. Decide what's important in your life and concentrate on that. Then you won't lose sleep over the unimportant things. When did you first realise you weren't getting a good night's sleep?
Will you turn me off?
No, I'm going to put you to sleep. There's pleasure in calm. There's a pleasurable, almost self-indulgent side of being calm.
I'm going over.
If you search for it with your perspective, you'll enjoy it the more you discover it. Look at my finger. Look at it going back and forward. You feel calm. You feel calm. Yeah. Your eyes are closing. You're falling asleep. You're falling.
I'm sitting here looking at your finger too.
I know. I saw you looking at my finger. I said, what's he looking at my finger for?
You never know where it's been.
Exactly.
Right, will you turn me off?
I will, with the greatest of pleasure. Bobby Conroy says, I wish to thank you for your prize I won in the Rickety Wheel last month. The prize, a litre bottle of Bell's whiskey, is enough to fell a rhino. No, I just made that up. This prize, a litre bottle of Bell's whiskey, was delivered to my home in Bangor by a courier last week. Yeah. My wife took delivery, so I did not get to thank him then, so I thank him now. Also, I'd like to thank the person who donated the prize. I will donate a prize for next year's event, so much am I caught up in it. Dear Gerry, it's late at night. This is from Raymond Crawford, but I feel I just must drop you a line on behalf of my ever-suffering mother. You see, my father, old and starting to lose the marbles that he once had, my father has a thing about Pamela Ballantyne, but not so much for Frank, meaning Mitchell, of course. He always goes on about how great Pamela looks and she is his girl. Well, Gerry, let's cut to the chase. It's been 4 years since I have been in the homeland for the Christmas season, and I arrived back yesterday from parts foreign. Part of the joy of coming home is to make sure everything stays the same, including UTV. Was it just me, or had the wardrobe department gone mad last night and actually colour coordinated Pamela and her friend Frank with the Christmas decorations, right down to both hair colours and Frank's tie? That's Frank's tinsel tie. Could you please play Tom Jones, The Green Green Grass of Home, just for a laugh? With warmest seasonal greetings, Susan Crawford from Lisburn. Oh, it's Susan Crawford, sorry. Using her husband's email facility. And here's a letter from a good friend of mine, Eileen from Newton Abbey. She says, it's agents I've written to you. Email is so handy, but I brought the CD back from South Africa. As you always say that you like to play stuff that we won't hear on any other programme. It features Johnny Clegg. I've heard of him before. South African singer, who I've been told was originally from the UK but came to South Africa or as a small child. He lived and grew up near the diamond mines and took a great interest in the black Africans, learnt their language, music and dance, and more or less became completely absorbed in their culture. He was described to me as a black white man. Well, Derry City's full of them, if you see what I mean. I hope you think it's good enough to play on your programme. And she's marked a couple of tracks. Thank you very much. I'm still converting friends to your programme, and don't pay any attention to Mr. Coyle when he tells you that we've heard your stories before. I, for one, enjoy hearing your stories again, but apart from that, you're continually getting new listeners who haven't heard your stories before. I'm sure there are people out there who have never heard of Dixon from Dungannon. Lastly, can you wish a very happy Christmas to the Gas Girls? That's the Gerry Anderson Appreciation Society. Especially Laura, Oreen, and a special mention to Joan Wheeler in Warrington. Sorry, this is a bit long, but maybe you'll read out the important bits. Well, I have read out the important bits, and you've highlighted the track. Let's hear Johnny Clegg. I've heard this man before. He's brilliant. This is a song. Let me see if I can pronounce this right. Asimbonanga.
Asimbonanga. Asimbonanga Mandela Tina. Lape kona. Lape sheli kona. Asimbonanga. Asimbonanga Mandela Tina. Lape kona. Lape sheli kona. Oh, the sea is cold and the sky is gray. Look across the island into the bay. We are all islands till comes the day we cross the burning water. Asimbonanga. Asimbonanga Mandela Tina. Lape kuna. Lape sheli kuna. Asimbonanga. Asimbonanga Mandela Tina. Lape kuna. Lape sheli kuna. A seagull wings across the sea. Broken silence is what I dream. Who has the words to close the distance between you and me? Asimbonanga. Asimbonanga Mandela Tina. Lape kuna. Lape sheli kuna. Asimbonanga. Asimbonanga Mandela Tina. Lape kuna. Lape sheli kuna. Stephen Biko. Asimbonanga. Bonanga mfowethu thina. Lape kuna. Lawafela kuna. Victoria Mbenge. Asimbonanga. Asimbonanga utati wethu thina. Lape kuna. Lawafela kuna.
Neil Agate.
Asimbonanga. Asimbonanga mfowethu thina. Lape lawa fela kona hauiti hey wena nawe sofika nini lasiakona hasibonanga
There we are. That's Johnny Clegg. Sorry, Johnny Clegg. That album is called The Best of Jaluka Savuka. I have no idea what that means. Featuring Johnny Clegg. Quality sounds. That's from South Africa. Goes to show you I have so many. I'd like to thank you all for the Christmas cards. I've never had so many Christmas cards. I don't know what it is. I must be doing something right. I can't think what it would possibly be. Oh, hello.
Is there any for me?
No. But there's one mention here. A lady says that we were talking the other day about ornaments, and she said that the thing that you were looking for. Do you remember you said you used to call around the doors and get little blue women?
Yes.
It's Ladro.
Ladro, yes.
Ladro,
yeah.
What did you think it was called?
I thought it was Lado or something like that.
Ladro.
Hello, is that Hannah?
It's Hannah now. And hello, Gerry. This is a card from Barry Annette. He says, why does James Morton, who calls himself Jim on Radio Live, for reasons best known to himself, Radio 5 Live, sorry, and indeed, not get the same, I can't make out that word, Bashirs? Bashes? Brashes? I have no idea what that, I have no idea what that word is. Why does he not get the same stuffing as Geordie and Michael? Not fair. Anyway, since you're starting with your good mate Daniel O'Donnell and Kelly show on Friday, please, and I'm down on my knees, play a song from Daniel O'Donnell on Thursday the 20th. It's for Margaret Bunting from East Belfast. She has no edge. That's from all the Hamilton and Bunting family. Well, I don't happen to have any Daniel O'Donnell with me at the moment, but I've been castigated for the paucity of Christmas music on this programme. So here's a bit. What?
Sorry, would you take a call, please?
Just about to
I know you were.
spin a disc.
I know you were. And also, are you going to a party? Are you going to a party in Belfast at 5 o'clock tomorrow?
I certainly am not, no.
Well, there's a girl thinks Rachel, is it? She sent you an email inviting you to a party.
Oh, yes, I know about that. Yes, I can't possibly go to that because I'll be wrapped up at that time.
Did you get your script?
Yes.
Did you get it?
Yes, I did, yes.
It was left on your desk then?
I did get it, yes. Thank you very much.
Are you rehearsing?
I will be rehearsing driving up in the car.
That's not good enough.
It's good enough for me.
No.
I tell her I'll reply to that email as soon as I finish up here today.
What about Norman's information?
I don't know anything about Norman.
Norman? His information about the Leningrad cowboys.
Oh, yes, I didn't read that out. Just
And
of course.
then,
Thank you for
and then
reminding me.
Hannah.
Yes. All right, there, here it is. Okay, the album by the Leningrad Cowboys and the Red Army Choir is called Happy Together. It's called Happy Together.
Is that the old Turtle song?
Yes. The label it was released on in 1994 was BMG.
BMG.
Areola. You writing this down?
Yeah,
It's
so
not
people
like
will
you.
ring.
BMG Areola. Ariola. It's a German label.
A-E...
A-R.
A-E-R...
No.
A-E...
No.
What?
A-R.
Oh, sorry. A-R...
I-O-L-A.
I-O-L-A.
Catalogue number.
Right.
You asked for it.
I know.
74321.
74321. Right.
Then 21389. Then a little 2 at the end on its own.
Is there a wee dash too? A wee
No dash,
dot,
just a
wee
wee
dot
2.
too.
No, just no dash, just a wee 2 in the end on its
Okay.
own. I thank you to Trevor William for that information. And I hope Bert McCormick's listening to that because he says that he can get anything if he gets the catalogue number. He can get most things without the catalogue number, but things that are rare and hard to get, he needs the catalogue number before he can track them down.
Hannah's in England.
Hello, Hannah.
Hello there.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you, and delighted to hear you.
How are things in England?
Well, they're grand.
Whereabouts are you?
I live in Worcester, which is 26 miles south of Birmingham. So
Worcester.
it's nice and green and sunny and
Okay,
crisp.
lovely, yes.
Lovely today.
Have you been living there for a long time?
I have indeed 38 years.
My God.
Mm-hmm.
Are you married at all?
Okay, I am.
Did you marry an Englishman?
No, I did not indeed.
And you married a man from where?
From Belfast.
Belfast. And
And his family's from Ballycastle.
how come you ended up in Worcester?
Well, he's a pharmacist and they were short of them at the time, so...
A pharmacist in Worcester. That's hard. That's hard to say. Go on, say that. A pharmacist in Worcester. Go on, say that.
Pharmacist in Worcester.
He's a pharmacist in Worcester.
Uh-huh.
All right, okay. Well, do you ever get home much, or do you?
Oh, I do so, yeah.
Oh, that's good. yeah.
I get to the north and I have an apartment in Dublin, so...
You have an apartment in
I have
Dublin?
indeed, aye.
Could you lend me the keys?
Oh, well, surely.
Every once in a while.
Oh, anytime.
Is it
anytime.
empty? Empty most of the time?
Yeah. Yeah.
I could go down there occasional weekends,
Oh, I'd be glad.
pretending
Do
I'm going.
you know a fella called Cahill McCabe from Derry?
I do indeed.
Do you?
Yes, I do indeed. Yes.
He's an old friend of mine.
He's a motor driver. He's
Oh,
not.
no, I don't think so.
Oh, I know. Didn't he he used to be in RTE.
That's right.
That's the one.
Uh-huh.
Who am I thinking? I'm thinking of a fellow called Cahill Curley.
Oh, that's the wrong
He's a
one.
rally driver, but the Callum McCabe, yeah, he used to be a big noise in RTE.
He did indeed.
That's right. Is he still with them?
I don't think so.
No, he's
Well, if he
probably-
is, he isn't answering my calls.
Well, he never answered mine either. No, I'm happy at the BBC. I always have been.
Oh, I'm glad to hear
I
it.
always have
Because
been.
you came over to here for a wee while, didn't you?
I visited your country.
It's not my country. What are you talking about?
Well, the country in which you live. I
Exactly.
visited there for a year.
My host country.
They didn't like me, so I came back.
They don't know how to appreciate good stuff.
I was hurt.
Oh, were you?
But I've got over that now. It took me a long time to get over that
I'm
hurdle.
glad to hear
But
it.
I'm all right now.
Now, you don't know how I discovered you yesterday. I don't know if John told you or not.
No, he told me nothing.
Did he not?
No.
I thought he was to be your researcher and inform
No,
you well of everything.
he tells me nothing. I'm like I may as well be on a desert island here.
Oh, way. It's a
You
waste of space then.
Tell me now, Hannah.
Right. I had Sky installed yesterday and was flicking through, and there I realised I could find Ulster Radio.
868.
Isn't that great?
Channel 868. A lot of people don't know about that.
Well, that
Because
was
they
the
never
reason
get beyond-
for getting it, you see. And
Yeah.
then somebody else told me if I'd bought a radio, it would have been cheaper.
Well, you see, a lot of people don't realise they never get beyond the movies at 600. But you see, once they explore. And my favourite, I can't pronounce it, my favourite one is the Afghan station, Al-Qaeda, whatever you call it. It's in Afghanistani, but it's great.
Uh-huh. It's great.
Oh, you find out all the crack. The Bin Laden comedy hour.
I know. He's taking requests.
Well, a lot of people don't know that about satellite TV, and a lot of people who have satellite TV who may be marooned in England from this part of the country, they can hear Radio Ulster on channel 868 if you have a Sky dish.
Uh-huh.
Or
Well, I
indeed,
just thought you could refund me the difference between having the thing installed on a radio.
And there's no old hissing or nothing like that.
Not the thing.
It's great. So you've started to tune in now. Do you listen to... I hope you don't listen to Hugo.
It was only... well, no.
That's
you
all
know,
right then.
just turn the sound down a wee bit.
There's no need to listen. No need to listen to Hugo. You know, there's no need for it.
Well,
And you can listen to all the programmes. You can listen to Talk Back, and you can get angry.
indeed.
Listen to John Bennett in the morning.
But I wouldn't get angry anyway. I'm not that
I
sort of person.
know you've been in England. You've got all that out of your system.
I know.
When you listen to John Bennett in the morning, it's great to listen to John Bennett. He puts you to sleep. You know, if you have a bad night's sleep,
They use him for napping.
you'll nod off right away.
Mm-hmm.
But all the wonderful programmes now at your disposal.
I'm sure it's wonderful to just sit there and flick all day long.
That's right. You may never go out again. Well, is there anything we can do apart from that, Hannah?
Well, I'd be very grateful if you'd let me mention my family.
Go ahead.
There's Alice and Andy in Glengormley with Kathleen and Tommy. And then there's my brother Frank and his wife Teresa and daughter Sarah.
Yes.
And there's Mary and Mick in Ballycastle and Pam McNally. And there's the McKerneys and anybody else who knows me.
All right. May I say at this opportunity that there's no reason at all why people can't ring up and give their Christmas greetings to their loved ones. Mr.
Well,
Coyle
that's very
loves
kind
to
of
hear
you.
from people all over the world and write it all out and give it to me and I'll read it out.
Aren't you lovely?
I'm a lovely person.
I was told that.
Nobody knows that except me.
You keep it a secret.
All right then, Hannah. Happy Christmas to you.
And the same to you. Thanks very much indeed.
Okay, love. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Was she a nice woman? That's
was
what happens to
lovely.
people when they go to England. They become civilised.
Lovely woman.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes?
Hello?
Hello.
I'm through to Gerry Anderson.
You are indeed. No need to shout.
Oh, thank you.
That's okay.
I do have a cough or a cold lately, so that's why probably.
Oh, that's all right. No. That's
Oh,
okay.
I believe yesterday you were looking for a painting of Mount Errigal.
I was indeed.
Well, I do a little bit of painting, and I do happen to have a painting of Mount Errigal, although it's in the snow.
What do you mean it's in the snow?
Well, it's snow time. It's Donegal in the winter time.
Oh, I thought you meant you threw it out the backyard.
So,
I don't know about that now. I must try and dig up that. I'll tell you what, it was an email I got yesterday, but I treated it with contempt.
yes, right.
And maybe perhaps the person would contact me again. And I would pass on your number to that person. I mean, I would have thought it wouldn't be terribly difficult to get a painting of Errigal.
No,
every
Errigal's very popular.
time I go to around that vicinity, the Poison the Glen,
Yeah, that's right. Yes,
there's half a
right.
dozen guys sitting around with easels. But maybe they're just posing.
Well, sometimes maybe whenever you want somebody want to buy it, then that's the time you can't get it.
That's it. Okay.
You know?
Well, we'll put them on to you then.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
and are you an artist yourself?
I'm an artist myself. Yes, from Moma here.
Good.
And we
girl.
have a great group here. We do paint regularly the whole year round. We exhibit as well, you know.
Is this something you always did, or something that you came to late?
Something I've
latish in
taken
life?
up from I retired from work.
Oh, good girl.
And it's a good pastime.
And did you discover you had a wee bit of a talent, maybe?
Yes, I always had a talent for art. Really.
Oh, you always knew you had a wee bit of a talent
Yes,
for it?
yes. It was a best subject at school and always liked art, you know.
I was no good at it. My teacher said to me that I was so bad that it was almost a talent in itself.
Yes, well, you see, clever people can't really paint. I'm not that clever, you see, so...
Well, that's a relief. Clever people can't paint. That
So
means I'm okay.
I think that anyway. I think it's the more artistic people, music and art sort of go together, I think, you know, so...
I have never been able to do anything artistic.
Yeah,
Never,
yeah. Well,
never, ever.
well, you have gifts in other directions, you see.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah. Would you play a special request for my mother who hasn't been so well lately?
I certainly will, yeah.
She's Mrs. Annie McMahon of 5 Mile Town,
Yes, okay.
and she's a very big fan of Daniel O'Donnell.
All right, then.
And also a special request for all the members of the Oma Fab Club.
Okay. All right, then.
So,
Thanks very much.
okay.
love. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird. Here to stay is a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman, then pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird. Here to stay is a new bird. He's singing a song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman, and pretend that he's a circus clown. We'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman, till the other kitties knock him down. When it snows, ain't it thrilling? Though your nose gets a chillin', we'll frolic and play the Eskimo way, walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland.
That's Macy Gray. That's from a new album out in Colombia. It's just out at the moment for Christmas. It's called This Is Christmas. It's very good. We'll be back after the news. It's 11 o'clock.
92 to 95 FM.
And 1341 medium wave.
BBC Radio Ulster.
Good morning, and at the news desk, this is Darren Vaughan. A 21-year-old man has died following a collision between two cars near Omagh. 4 other people were injured in the accident, which happened on the Killyclougher Road near the main crossroads just before 7 o'clock this morning. The road is closed and diversions are in place. 3 police officers were injured and 2 others suffered shock during an incident in Newcastle this morning. 2 men and a woman ran off after crashing a stolen car at a police checkpoint. They were later arrested after a major land and sea search. At one stage, it was feared that they'd fallen into the sea. Louise Cullen reports.
Newcastle's 2 lifeboats were called out at around 4:30 this morning after being alerted by the police. Officers were chasing 2 stolen cars which crashed at a vehicle checkpoint on the Kilkeel Road shortly after 2:30. One car hit the other and the occupants of the first vehicle jumped over a wall near a beauty spot known as Maggie's Leap. They were trapped on a cliff edge and Sergeant Raymond Collins says emergency services mounted a joint effort to track them down.
Once they went over the wall, there was a distance about 30 yards and then there was a sheer drop into the sea. The people who went in there were in complete darkness and we were concerned about the safety of these people. They were hiding, and with the help of the Coast Guard and military personnel, we were able to find them.
The 2 men were found on land shortly before 7 o'clock and the woman was discovered in Annalong. The occupants of the second car, which crashed in Newcastle, haven't yet been found.
Security guards at a detention centre in Australia have used water cannon to stop a mass breakout of asylum seekers. Violence flared for a 3rd night at the remote Woomera Centre in South Australia. The cause is thought to be increasing anger felt by asylum seekers about the time the government is taking to process visa applications. From Sydney, Phil Mercer reports.
Extra police have been drafted in to control the rioting at Woomera, the biggest and most isolated of Australia's 6 detention centres. An Immigration Department spokeswoman said up to 60 detainees broke through internal security fencing at midnight on Wednesday and attempted to breach the external perimeter. She said a water cannon was used to force them back inside the compound. A wave of unrest has hit the desert camp this week, where more than 1,000 mostly Middle Eastern asylum seekers who arrived illegally are housed. The disturbances have again thrown the spotlight on Australia's hard line of detaining anyone arriving in the country illegally.
At least 7 people have died in Argentina as rioters launched overnight protests at the country's economic crisis. Hundreds of thousands of people took to the streets after the government declared a state of emergency. There were running battles between police firing tear gas and the crowds in Buenos Aires. The economy minister has resigned over the crisis, which has left the country £91 billion in debt. The controversial mixed oxide reprocessing plant at Sellafield in Cumbria has started operating. BNFL said it had begun the plant's first active stage by introducing plutonium. The full operation of the MOX plant will be carried out in phases. The move follows a number of failed legal challenges by environment groups and the Irish government, who opposed the decision to give the plant the go-ahead. Now look at the weather. Chilly this morning with frost and ice in places. Cool with some patchy rain later. Temperatures reaching 4 degrees.
BBC Radio Ulster.
Travel news.
In Belfast, the accident on the Sainfield Road at the Forestside Junction has been cleared and traffic's getting back to normal. Diversions are in force at the Mackerlane Road in the Randalstown area. The road remains closed between the Connaught Road and Barnish Road. And resurfacing work continues on the Belfast Road at Nuts Corner. Traffic controls are in place in the area. Deirdre Harshaw with the Travel News.
Thank you. Welcome back. It's almost 5 minutes past... sorry, I'll try that again. It's almost 5 minutes past 11. I have to say to you, who cares what Michael Ball is doing for Christmas? Hello, good morning.
Hello, Gerry. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
David Scott from Mahara. How are you doing?
Yes, David, how are you? Fine, thanks.
Good, man. Well, Gerry, it's just a wee sort of a light-hearted story. I think it was very appropriate for Christmas.
Yes.
I was travelling along the Glenshane Pass towards Belfast last Thursday morning to go to my brother's graduation.
Yes.
When I was confronted about this large white turkey flapping about the middle of the Castledawson roundabout.
Yes.
And 2 members of the PSNI trying to catch it.
Right.
The roundabout was closed off, all cars were stopped, and these two policemen proceeded to chase this turkey in a circular fashion around the roundabout, eventually to catch it and stuffed it into the boot of the car. I'm a photographer by trade, and of course this was too good a photo to miss. So I got a wee snap of it and went to inquire later on what about the turkey to the local station, and they told me the staff sergeant, I think there, called it Isa. And it had been sent to an animal sanctuary in Castledawson, where it will be resting over Christmas rather than supposedly in someone's pot.
That's a lucky turkey.
That's a lucky turkey.
So was it originally intended for somebody's pot, do you think?
I think it possibly was, and it probably overheard on the TV or the radio about those turkeys in England escaping, and probably thought, well, I'll give it a go. And made it.
A dash for freedom.
A dash for freedom.
It could well have been one of innumerable turkeys in some turkey farm or other in the vicinity, and there would probably be nothing about that turkey that would mark it out from the others, but one thing it does mark it out from the others is it's its spirit.
It's its spirit. It was slightly wounded, mind you. It had I think it had its wing, one of its wings was damaged.
Yeah.
But whether that was from
Probably.
capture or from the...
The police probably hit it with a rubber truncheon.
Well, they probably did.
Did you get a good shot anyway?
Oh, I did. I got a great picture of it. Nice little happy picture. I think it's sort of one of those wee pictures that stands out at this time of the year.
Did you see the one of the turkey and President George W. Bush? Did you see that one? Did you see that photograph? Hello?
Yes, I'm here, Gerry. Yeah.
That's okay. Did you see the photograph with the turkey?
No. Was it in the papers?
It was indeed.
Right.
You should see that one. It was a mistake. He didn't realise that the photographer was there at the time, which is always a good idea to know what your angles are.
Well, that's it.
So how did the police finally caught this?
Yeah, they finally caught it, and I arrived on the scene then after shooting from a distance and approached the two officers as they were stuffing the turkey into the boot of the car. And I said, what are you for him with it? He said, well, don't know. I said, he said that he'll take it back and let the sergeant and the station decide. So I contacted the station later on that day, and they told me that the turkey had been named Isa and had been sent to a local animal sanctuary or animal farm in Castledawson.
Well,
and a lady there by the name of Josie McMullen runs the animal farm, and she's taking good care of it.
That's one lucky turkey.
And it's going to remain, I think, there and finish out its days in Castledawson.
Nobody knows how long a turkey lives because nobody's ever waited that long to find out.
That's it.
And I have to say that it's a plus for the PSNI. Indeed, I hope to continue in this spirit. And if that is the case, if they're stuffing turkeys in boots to get them to live longer, isn't it a good omen for the province? The brand new In Pursuit of the Eatable.
That's right.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for reporting that to me. This is the kind of stuff we need to know in this programme.
Not a problem. Well, I could be your South Derry correspondent, Gerry.
You could be our turkey followed by police correspondent.
I could indeed.
Next time you see a turkey being followed by the police, you ring me.
I will indeed.
Okay, because we have an opening there.
Happy days.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, Gerry, happy Christmas to you.
Yes, thank you very much. Happy Christmas to you too, sir.
All the best.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Isn't that an amazing story?
Hey?
Isn't that an amazing story?
I never heard it.
You should listen to this programme. You see, then it would put you on the track. It would give you some idea of what's going on. Then when people ring up and ask you about stuff that I'd talked about, you would know. And it's much better if you do that. The man was saying that the PSNI was spotted pursuing a white turkey along the roadside. He took a snap of it, and then he proceeded to watch the members of the PSNI stuff the turkey into a boot, whereupon they brought it to an animal farm where the turkey will be looked after. Obviously, the turkey fled some kind of...
Have you the chillers on?
Pardon?
Have you the chillers on in the studio?
It's very cold in here, isn't it?
Freezing in here.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Underneath a draft.
I think it's swinging cuts. The BBC are trying to save a few quid on their heating bills. I feel like an Eskimo.
I know a man who flew out to Greece yesterday to spend Christmas in Greece.
I wouldn't go to Greece for Christmas. Because once you get out of the plane, you daren't look at it, they'll arrest you. You know, that's the train spotter joke.
I know, I understand. No, I was thinking on the snow.
No. See, I can't imagine why anyone would go to Greece at this time of year. It's just as cold there, probably, as it is here.
It's colder?
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
The only place to go in the whole world, which is reasonably handy, is the Canary Islands.
Yeah, so?
It's the only place. Even then, at this time of the year, it's you're not 100% assured of good weather. I might take a little trip there at the end of January.
Is it expensive?
It is if you go through the brochures. If you go through the normal channels. What about travel agents? What's happening to them? Do people still go to travel agents?
Mm.
See, you're going to a travel agent.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
No, but do you know why you go to a travel agent? You're afraid to book through the net. You're
Why?
afraid.
Why?
Because
afraid?
have you any idea how dear things are when you go to travel agents?
I don't go to the travel agents.
No, but your wife does. You don't go.
Yeah, I don't go.
But things are very dear in travel agents. See, if you go through the net, things are much cheaper.
You'll be in trouble for saying that.
No, it's true though. You get bargains, but people traditionally go to travel agents because they feel as if they trust them, and people still go even though they don't have to.
I think far better. No, I like that comfort of knowing that someone's looking after you. I do. I do.
Do you really? Do you want me to come inside?
Eh?
Do you want me to come inside and talk to you?
No, but you know what I mean. I think
you're comforted by travel agents.
I think so.
That somebody's looking after you.
I think. No, well,
I hate to break this to you, Sean, but they're making money from you.
I know. But it's nice to know that someone is organising everything for you. I feel as though if I do it through the net, that I'm in charge of it, that I'm organising it, and I have to be there.
Okay, I'll tell you how to book a holiday. See that phone there?
Yes.
See it?
Yes.
You lift the phone like that.
Yes. Right.
You put it to your ear, and you say, "Hello.
Yes.
I saw a deal advertised on the such and such website. I would like that." And they'd say, "Okay, sir."
Right.
And they'd say, "You see, this is where you'd be in trouble."
Yes.
And they'd say to you, "Well, sir, give me your details of your credit card." And you give them the details of your credit card, and they say, "That's it, sir. You'll get your tickets in 2 days." Then you put down the phone like that. That's what the travel agent does. You can do that too, but you pay him 200 or 300 quid for doing that, whereas you do it for 20p.
No, there has to be something. There's been more to it than that.
Go and tell me what more there is to it.
But if something goes wrong, you can complain to the travel. You walk in the travel when you come back, and you
know
say,
as well as I know.
You say the travel agent, "That holiday was awful."
I know, but
or whatever.
But it's only when you come back you can do that. You know as well as I do that once you go on a holiday, if anything goes wrong, there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to sit
when
there.
you're there. But yeah.
Just sit and thole it.
No, I would say that if I was... Fortunately, I've never had a bad holiday. But if you did have a bad holiday, I'm sure you would phone your travel agent and say, "Listen, I'm out here in Spain."
Yes.
And the hotel's rubbish.
Yeah. And he'd say, what do you expect for 199 quid?
No, but, is that not what the travel agent's there for?
No, he won't do anything.
He will.
He won't.
Of course he will.
He'll say, "Sorry about that, maybe we could get some compensation when you come back."
They'll say, "Did you see your courier?"
Oh, yeah, well, as if you wouldn't know to do that yourself.
Well, you would do that, but then if you were getting nowhere with that, you would phone your travel and say, "Here, come here a minute, you recommended this holiday." And
no, he didn't recommend it. You picked it out of a brochure, and once you bought it...
No, you always say to them, "What do you think?" Well, how does the travel agents know all about holidays?
Because people come back and tell them.
You see?
I know.
You see?
But they're not. If you ring your travel agent from Spain or somewhere and say, "Listen, I'm only getting one croissant for my breakfast,"
yeah,
he's going to do nothing. He'll say, "You have to contact."
It's like people. And we've talked about this before, but people in shoe shops, how do they know it's a comfortable wee shoe?
Oh, they just say that. It just
Have
says
they tried them all
shoe.
on? You know what I mean?
It'll write up with wear. No, they always say that. They say that to get you to buy things. That's beautiful on you. I swear to God, that's beautiful.
That's a lovely.
You know that stuff. Yeah. That's lovely. That's lovely. Then you go out looking like a dog's dinner, and they got that another sucker bites the dust. They say. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know how we got onto this. But
I'd be a travel agent person.
But I'm just worried about travel agents. I think they're going to become like milkmen. You know the way milkmen
are. Well, it's people like you are putting them like milkmen.
But you see, when you go into a travel agent and you say to yourself,
"But everyone's got a right to make money."
I know, but you go into a travel agent, you look at and you want a wee week somewhere. Say you want to go to kind of like...
I mean, cars, men selling cars have a right to make a profit. I mean, you know they're making a couple of $100 or maybe whatever.
I know.
If you're buying a car. Yeah, that's his week's wages.
And a car is different because if a car acts up, you always go back to him. But you can't go back to your travel agent if you're for a bad holiday.
Yes, you can.
You wouldn't get anywhere. You could, in theory, they'll all ring up now and say, "Of course," but you try it sometime. See, your holiday's over. Whereas if you buy a car, you have it for life until such time as somebody buys it off you. Anyway, who cares? Eh?
You're the boy who brought it up.
I'm the one who brought it up, but I don't care.
It means sweat.
Pardon?
Sweat, some word you were looking for. It means sweat. Galuka. Was there a word, Galuka?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You were looking for a South African word.
I was not looking for any South African word. I mentioned the South African word.
And you didn't know what it meant?
I didn't know what it meant. Did you know what it meant when I mentioned it? It's called Asambonanga.
No, was it not Galuka?
Jaluka or Savuka.
Jaluka or something.
It's the best of Jaluka or stroke Savuka featuring, it's a band called Jaluka and
Well, it means
Jaluka
sweat.
Savuka. Sweat?
Yeah.
Sweat. How wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to play a record now.
All right.
This is another track from that Swing album. This is Cab Calloway.
Have a banana, Hannah.
Yeah.
Try the salami, Tommy. All right. Give with the gravy, Davy. Everybody eats when they come to my house. Try a tomato plate too. Here's cacciatore, Dory. Taste the bologna, Tony. Everybody eats when they come to my house. I fix your favorite dishes, hoping this good food fills ya. Work my hands to the bone in the kitchen alone. You better eat if it kills ya. Pass me a pancake, Mandrake. Having a derby. Look in the fendel, Mendel. Everybody eats when they come to my house. Hannah, Davy, Tommy, Dora, Mandrake. Everybody eats when they come to my house. Pasta fazola, Tallulah. Oh, do have a bagel. Now don't be so bashful, Nashville. Everybody eats when they come to my house. Hey, this is a party, Marty. Look here, you get the cherry, Gerry. Now look, don't be so picky, Mickey. 'Cause everybody eats when they come to my house. All of my friends are welcome. Don't make me coax you, moax you. Eat the tables, the chairs, the napkins, who cares? You gotta eat if it chokes you. Oh, do have a knish, Nisha. Pass him the latke, matke. Chili con carne for Barney. Everybody eats when they come to my house. Face, Buster, Shed, Chops, Fump. Everybody eats when they come to my house. Everybody eats when they come to my house.
Today I drove to Killaloe, and I thought of you, drifting through the hills of Spain. Oh God, I'd love to see you again. I crossed the bridge to Ballina, and there you are. At least it looks like you in the rain outside the crowded bar. But what would you be doing here when you're far too busy wrestling with your own fear? But it wasn't me who smashed your heart, remember, in the first place. Now I'm glad that I'm packing for New York to get away. It'll do me good, oh, it'll sort me out, so my friends say. But will we never walk the hills of Tipperary, oh, or look across at Clare, standing so close together in the evening? How can it be fair? You see, I just can't turn this stuff off. 'Cause you took the key when you left that Sunday morning. You know you stole a part of me. Oh. So next time I drive to Killaloe, remind me not to think of you. Have you grown your hair? Do you still smoke? Have you kissed someone else? Today I drove to Killaloe, and I missed you. Come on now, pull yourself together. Take a deep breath, count from 1 to 10.
Brian Kennedy, of course. That's a song called The Ballad of Killaloe. That's from his last album, which is called Get On With Your Short Life. And before that was a song called what was it called? Everybody Eats When They Come to My House. That's Cab Calloway and his orchestra. That's a real old one. That's an old swing song. That's from a new album out by it's various artists. It's called Swing, and it's out in Colombia. Yeah, it's really good. It's good stuff. I kind of like that. It's a nice spirit to it. Look, there's a man telling you about Ladro, J.G. McPunter. He sends me an email. He says, Ladro is not small, it is not blue, and it is not cheap. The last time I saw it on sale here was some years ago, and the cheapest piece was about £80. It is a collector's item. You see, well, it may not always have been. The firm produces new pieces each year and issue catalogues all over the world, and these new and expensive pieces are not cheap, and are, as far as I know, eagerly sought after and bought up avidly. I do not have any, but I do have ornaments in my house, some worth nearly 15 quid. I have ornaments in my house because I like having ornaments in my house. I don't do something just because it's the fashion or it's in. I bet Mr. Coyle has a picture of the Blue Lady. Do you have a picture of the Blue Lady?
You know that and I know that, but he...
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yes?
Hello, Gerry.
Yes?
Sinead here.
Yes, hello. Who'd you say you were?
Sinead.
Sinead, yes.
Yes. It's just a wee bit of information I'm looking.
All right.
My mother had asked my daddy, to get her some holly for Christmas.
Yes.
And he works down at Boucher Road driving a lorry, delivery lorry.
The Boucher Road, yes.
Yeah. But he was driving home anyway, and he seen the bush, a holly bush in a farmer's field. So he bent over, and he's a bit of a kleptomaniac. He just took it. But now he's looking to know if he can grow it in his back garden for next year.
He wants to grow stolen holly?
Yes.
If I was him, I'd be ashamed of himself.
I know.
He stole that holly.
Yeah.
He made a conscious decision to steal it, and he got out of his cab and he whipped it.
Mm-hmm.
Depriving some poor farmer of badly needed holly. I don't know what to say to him except to say shame. He should give himself up to PSNI immediately, no matter what their badge says.
Well, do you think any of your listeners would know?
Give himself up. No, I want you to... No, it's important. Give himself up. Because in later years, it'll prey in his mind. It will. What age is he now?
He's 60 next year.
16, well, he hasn't got long to go.
No.
And when he's about 70, he'll lie awake at night thinking about the time he stole that holly, wondering what might have been if he hadn't. But what do you want to know? You want to know if he can grow it?
Yes, he wants to know if he can grow for next year.
Well,
so save him for buying it again.
He's looking ahead, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's fond of a few pound, is he?
Yeah, he likes to hold on to it.
I see. I can see that type of person that you want. Are there any berries on it?
Yeah, there is.
Well, if I'm not correctly... let me just check. Anybody know about the holly? Can you grow holly?
Sure, I wouldn't know.
I'm sorry, I just asked. I'm just looking for a bit of help here.
Did you ever see a holly seed?
Well, I'm thinking, the berries on them. But that's what a berry is. A berry is a container for the seed.
Yeah, but did you ever see a packet in a shop?
Can't say I have. I've never been in a shop.
No.
I don't look at stuff like that. The lady is in a bit of a dilemma.
But doesn't holly just grow wild?
That's what I said to a gardener one time, Remember I bought a house?
Yes, about the grass. You told us that.
Yeah, but that's years ago I told you that.
No, you told us that about 3 weeks ago.
Did you not read the email that I got a moment ago, and the lady said to stop telling me, you should stop stopping me telling stories because she likes to hear them again. You don't consider that. I think this is important because I bought this house, you see, and it was all, the way your ground, it's all muck outside.
Yeah, and the fella said to you about the grass, and you said, sure, it'll just grow.
And he said, grass doesn't just grow, he said. I said, well, the hills are covered in them. I said, do you mean to say people went up and planted those hills? He said, that's different. I said, how is it different? I caught him. He didn't know. I said, everywhere you look, there's grass. Do you think somebody walked around? Did God plant those seeds? He may well have done, but he didn't walk around with a bag.
What did you call the place we were in America where the man planted all the trees? Up in San
Simeon. That's Randolph-Hearst.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. But the one that I enjoyed, a fella I met, I don't think you were there. It was another time I went there. They only let you go once.
Yeah, they did.
And another time I met a man, do you know what his job was?
No.
Painting lawns green. That was his job. Because he said that every once in a while in Hollywood and Los Angeles area, people get short of a few quid.
Yeah.
Like yourself there. Times are tight.
Yeah.
And one of the things is that drains the resources. All the water in Los Angeles all has to be pumped in, and water rates are very high. So apparently one of the first things that people do is they stop watering their lawns. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because it costs a lot of money. So they stop watering their lawns. So what happens is, with no artificial, there's no such thing as artificial water, but with no pipe water, the grass goes away. It withers and dies, much the same way as you did years ago.
Yes.
And so what they do is they have no lawn. So what they do is to save face, they get a guy along and he paints the lawn green.
Will I ring Gerry?
Yes. Yes, I think so. Is that okay, madam?
Yes, if you give Gerry a ring.
Yes, I think we should talk to him because I have a number of other things to ask him too.
Yeah, because my daddy listens to your show every single morning.
Does he? Well, tell him do not panic. His information is coming up shortly.
Well, give him we mention it's John.
John, yes. What's his second name? Come on.
Oh, you can't give his second name because he knocked the holly.
I want to. Then I'll be after him.
I want to shame him into being caught.
No, you can't do that because everybody steals holly.
You ruined that. That was a real detective trick I had there.
I mean,
I was trying to winkle it out of her.
If you see holly growing wild along the roadside, people stop and they take a wee bunch and take it home with them.
It's theft, Sean.
It's not theft if it's growing along the countryside.
Jay.
Oh, it's the same way. When you know those little piles of peat and turf? You just throw those in the car, do you? They're along the side of the road
too. They leave them out for you?
No. They don't leave them out.
They leave them out in nice wee neat piles.
No, they're not leaving them for you.
And some of them even put them in bags for you.
Yeah, but they're not leaving them for you. They're leaving them for themselves to pick up later.
Not at all.
Jerry.
Yes?
If you just say it's from his wife and 8 daughters and 3 sons, he'll know who it is.
He'll know who he is because there's very few people anywhere with 8 daughters and 3 sons, so he'll know who he is.
Yes, and all his grandchildren.
Okay, we'll talk to Gerry about that.
Okay,
and how to plant holly. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
There's a lady in Coleraine.
Is it my imagination or is this very dull today? It's very dull today, isn't it? I can't get going today.
No.
You're holding me back. It is.
There's a lady in Coleraine.
I'm sure there is.
She wants to talk to you.
Hello? Where is she now?
She's on 2.
2, right. Hello, good morning. Madam in Coleraine.
Good morning, Gerry.
Yes, who's that?
My name's Bridge.
Hello, Bridge.
You were talking about holidays there just a moment ago.
I can't get going today. It's him. He's holding me
He's
back.
always keeping you back, isn't he?
He's holding me back with trivialities. I was born to fly. I was born to soar above the mundane.
You can fly to the Canaries for a fortnight for £169.
I know, but not out of a travel agent, you can't.
Yes, you can.
Well, sometimes they do late deals that they can't sell. But if you're silly enough to go in there and say, give us a look at that brochure there, it'll cost you hundreds and hundreds of pounds. Oh, I know that. I know the special deals.
Well, you don't want to go through the brochure. You want to always go for the late deals.
Absolutely. Never listen to anything I say.
But I was thinking, you see, as a nice Christmas present, you could buy it for Sean and Geraldine, seeing as they took all the flack for you all year.
He wouldn't go anywhere because once you go somewhere, you have to spend money when you arrive there.
Well, you could spend it for him.
No, I've done that before. He gets no thanks for it.
He says you don't spend money.
I do. I'm a spendthrift. I'm a well-known spendthrift.
You bought them their Christmas drink then?
No, not as far as they're concerned. No, I draw the line there. As far as people I like and respect, I buy them things, but not them. Not them.
Well, that's sad, Gerry. That's sad.
I know it is sad indeed, but that's the way it is. I'm sorry it has to be like this, but I can't tell you a lie. I cannot lie to you, because you sound like a reasonable woman, and you're from Oma.
No, I'm not. I'm from Ballymoney.
You said she was from Oma.
Right. Oh. He did not say I was from Oma.
What did he say?
He said I was from Coleraine.
Well, that's Well, everybody's wrong then. Where are you from?
Ballymoney.
That's far better. Ballymoney. You don't hear much about Ballymoney.
No, well...
You don't hear much about Ballymoney. I wonder why that is. You need to do something up there. Need a bit of PR.
Well, why don't you come up then?
No. No. I've been to Ballymena. That's the same, isn't it? No, it's all right. No, it's okay.
Listen, will you wish a happy Christmas to all the girls of the Silver Buckles line dancing in Ballymoney?
The Silver Buckles line dancers?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. And incidentally, any other people with, as they say, Xmas greetings, give us a ring at 08459 555 678 during the course of today and tomorrow, and indeed Monday. And indeed Tuesday, we'll be live here on Christmas Day. I'm having a wonderful programme on Christmas... No, we're not live here on Christmas Day, I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean that. I meant we're live here on New Year's Day, but not on Christmas Day. I'm going to do a little programme. I'm going to just play Christmas music and not say anything. It's easier for me. Well, happy Christmas to you.
And you too, Gerry.
All right.
And the same to Geraldine and Sean.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. That's good, isn't it? That's a girl called Emma Chaplin. That's a French album that called Carmine Mio, Carmine M-E, Carmine Mio. But I think she's English for some strange reason, but she's a great singer. Right, so, hello? What?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I beg your pardon. I know you're tetchy this morning. No, did you play some mandolin music or banjo music yesterday, or...?
Not the banjo music, as you referred to it, was classical banjo from Bella Fleck.
Could you give the details of it, please?
I don't think I can, because I don't have it here.
And
I'll tell you what it's called. It's Bella Fleck, Bellafleck. That's the guy's name.
Yes.
Male. The album was called Moto Perpetuo. M-O-T-O-P-E-R-P-T-U-O. Perpetuo. It's Italian for perpetual motion, named after one of Paganini's greatest works, called Perpetual Motion, Moto Perpetuo.
Will you wear a clean shirt tomorrow?
I think I will, yes.
That's the message.
What kind of a strange message is that?
From the big boy. You must have a white shirt, a clean white shirt.
Did you say clean?
Yes. He said clean, not me.
Clean.
He says...
It would have been enough to say white shirt.
No.
A clean white shirt. In other words, he doesn't want me to bring a dirty white shirt.
Will you wear a clean white shirt and make sure you know the words? Because on your last performance, you hid behind Jackie, himself, and Peter Corey. This time, you're on your own. So it's important. Clean white shirt and know the words of your song.
Tell him I'm going home early.
We should rehearse it tomorrow morning.
I'm going home early. I'm not having any truck on that.
I'll put you through it tomorrow.
Belated birthday wishes to Brendan Quinn. It was his birthday yesterday.
Yes.
Oh, you'll be celebrating his birthday today. You always celebrate people's birthdays the day after, don't you?
Yeah.
Just have to say hello to Darren Walker. I met him yesterday, and indeed I do. Indeed I did. Indeed I do. Indeed I do. Indeed I do. Indeed I do. Hello to Vivian Taggart. It's her 50th birthday. Happy birthday from all her family. I think that's today. Lost a 9-week-old Shih Tzu last night in the Glendu, what's that? Area of Belfast. Glendu? I've no idea where that is. Glendu. Sounds like an Indian restaurant. I don't know. A 9-year-old Shih Tzu last night in the Glendu area of Belfast. If we've got that wrong, give us a ring. Also lost a black and white terrier in Island McGee on Monday. And also a bag containing Christmas cards in Ards shopping centre was lost there last night. And hello to Janice Clark, that's from her sister Karen. And James in Ballymena wants me to play Christmas Time in Ireland. And William wants me to play Christmas 1916. Pardon?
The dog is 9 weeks old.
What did I say?
9 years old. If it was 9 years old, I would know how to come home.
Lost a 9-week-old Shih Tzu last night in the Glendu. Where's Glendu?
I don't know.
Is there such a place as that? Maybe there is, I don't know. My knowledge of Belfast is extremely limited, but it strikes me... That's like what you call a house, isn't it?
Aoife.
What?
Aoife's on one.
Is she? Hello, Aoife.
Hello.
Hello, Aoife. How are you?
Hi, I'm very well.
Good, thanks. Where are you?
I'm at home.
Good. What can we do for you today?
Sorry?
My arm is numb.
Oh, yeah. I had a question for Geordie.
My left arm is numb.
Hello?
Yes, sorry. I'm trying to get some feeling into my left arm. It just went numb. My left arm went numb there.
That's all right.
That happens to you when you have heart attacks, doesn't
No,
it?
it's the other arm, isn't it? Where's your heart? Heart's in your...
Where's my
what side? Heart's in your left. This is your right arm.
I thought it was in the middle.
No, you're all right.
My arm just suddenly went numb.
If anything happens to you, I'll give you mouth to mouth.
Oh, God. Have you got your little spray there? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sorry about that. I was interrupted by a certain numbness.
That's okay.
What's your name again?
Aoife.
Aoife, sorry. What can we do for you, Aoife?
Well, I had a question for Geordie because my granny's dog it got attacked by a bigger dog. It's a little Jack Russell.
Mm-hmm.
The whole one side of him was like ripped off kind of, so the muscle was showing. And ever since, like, they said he wouldn't survive, but anyway, he did. And he was in a very bad state for ages.
Yeah.
But then he's fully recovered now.
Uh-huh.
And the only thing that's been left is that he keeps licking the door, like he's licked the door bare, and every waking hour is spent licking this door frantically. And it must be a psychological thing, but I don't understand.
Well,
why.
I'll tell you what.
What?
If a dog came and ripped a side off me, I'd be licking the door too.
Why What good would that do?
It's probably something psychological, yeah, you're probably right. That's an awful injury, that.
It is.
Fair play to the little fella for surviving it.
Yeah, he
Jack Russells are
struggled
tough,
through.
you know.
They
tough,
are.
tough wee buggers.
He's the one that started it, so.
Mm-hmm. And did the vet look after him? Did he get stitches or anything? Or?
Oh, yeah, he got, I think it was 40 stitches or something. on his side.
Oh, that's good. Fair play to the little bugger
Yeah.
for surviving.
I know.
All right, so why does he lick the door? He's probably terrified. He's probably traumatised.
But, I mean, it was about, 9 months ago.
I know, but dogs don't forget things like that. You wouldn't forget it either.
I suppose
You know, you tend to think that dogs forget things overnight. They don't.
Yeah.
What kind of a dog attacked him? A big, huge brute of a thing,
It
was
was
it?
some big sort of retriever.
You see, if you were attacked by somebody 5 or 6 times the size of you, you'd probably, remember it as well.
True.
Well, do you have a little slight, I hope you don't mind me asking you, do you have a little slight American accent, have you?
No, I don't. I've been asked that before. I suppose I've been around. No, I haven't actually.
You've got a little kind of tiny thing that, makes me think that you spent some time in America. You never did, no?
Never been in my life.
But that's a nice accent, actually. It's a Belfast accent, but there's a wee tinge of something there that, I'm very interested in accents.
The only
I listen
tinge
away.
I would have is Derry, because I was born there. And
You were born there.
yeah.
You were born here, actually, in Derry, and then you went to Belfast.
Well, County Derry. I was born in a little place called the Loop.
The Loop.
Yeah.
I know where the Loop is.
Do you?
The Loop is nice.
Oh, yeah, it is.
And you're down in Belfast now.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You have a lovely accent, I have to say.
Thank you.
It's really nice.
Thank you.
Okay, what about your dog licking the door then? I don't know what to say to you. We tried to get Geordie earlier. Is he available today?
I rang. There's no reply. The Beatles.
He might be out.
Well, listen, what you do, any similar cases would kind of reassure me, and anyone who has any insight. Oh,
Okay. Well, maybe someone else will be able to help you. That's obviously Wait, what about wee Jeannie?
What?
What?
Yes,
Sorry.
yes.
What about wee Jeannie
Glenview
Barrett?
is where?
Wait, have you got her
Old Hollywood
number?
Road, Glenview.
I know a dog psychologist.
Oh.
Yes, she is on here every once in a while in Radio Foil with a fella called Mark Patterson, who's a big, long, skinny drink of water. Do you know wee Jeannie Barrett's number? Do you?
I'll get it.
Don't just look at me. Don't just look at me.
All right then. And if I was in a court of law, and Judge Judy asked me that, I would have to say no.
But when you find out wee Jeannie's number, maybe you could give her a little ring and ask her what she could do.
I can find out.
But will you, though? That's the question.
That's it.
All right.
I can and I will.
Okay. I'll tell her I want to speak to her on the phone for 2 minutes.
All right.
Okay?
Right.
Right. So the way I look over the top of my glasses when I look at you.
How do you do that?
I'm like steptoe.
You certainly are.
Okay, Aoife, we're on the case.
Great.
And we will ring our dog psychologist.
Okay, thank you.
And we'll try and get her before 12 o'clock. If she's in, we'll ask her that very question.
Thank you very much.
You keep listening, okay?
I will.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Oh, she was nice. I liked her.
All through the year we waited through spring and thaw, to hear silver bells ringing, see winter time bringing the happiest season of all. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny little tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. So I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Love and joy come to you, and to you your Christmas too. And God bless you and send you a happy new year. And God send you a happy new year.
That's Mel Tormé. That's another track from that Swing album. It's quite good. I like that old stuff, you know. That's Mel Tormé. They used to call him the Velvet Fog. You can hear why. Our dog psychologist is on the line, Jeannie Bard. Good morning, Jeannie.
Good morning, Gerry.
I was forced to reach your home today because I was presented with an unusual problem.
Uh-huh.
And you're the only one I know who would see. If I asked Geordie, he would tell the person to pour Jay's fluid on the dog. So, you listen to that? Do you know what the story is?
Yes.
Little Jack Russell, side badly ripped, got stitches and everything by a larger dog, big brute, and now licks the door. Obviously a psychosomatic reaction.
Right. When I was listening, I was thinking there must be some reward there for this dog licking the door. What are the people doing when the dog goes to that certain point? You know, do they get up and fuss all over him and tell him to stop it or whatever? So that could be a reward to the dog. He's seeking attention, and this is the way he gets the attention, by going to the door and licking it.
In other words, the dog goes and licks the door so that people come over and say, "Oh, stop licking that door." You're like, "Ah, you're okay."
Aye. So, and again, bad attention is better than none at all.
I've discovered that throughout my married life.
You know what I mean?
Well, would there be any other reason why the dog would lick the door apart? Maybe it just likes crown paint.
It's maybe it's looking for some kind of a comfort too after this. You know what I mean? This accident. It's looking for a comfort, and that's the way, you know, the way some people bite their nails or we suck our thumbs or whatever. You know what I mean? There's some comfort in that. But if the lady would like, if you would like to give my number to the lady, there's a homeopathic medicine out there you can get for all those different wee stressful anxiety behaviours.
Homeopathic dogs?
Homeopathic medicine.
Now I've heard everything.
So, and I would have the number of a homeopathic girl that would make up her own wee remedy for this wee dog to stop this licking.
All right, then I'll
you pass my number on.
I certainly will. I'll ask Mr. Coyle to do it because he has all the relevant equipment there. Will you do that, Mr. Coyle?
Could you not just put something on the door that would stop the dog from put something that it wouldn't like?
That you could do that, like a little taste of vinegar or
like
oil
that,
of citronella.
So why do that?
Well, so stop it from licking the door.
But
we don't want it to stop licking the door. We want to find out why it
the problem's in the head, not in the door.
You see, you're worried about the bloody door. We care about the dog. See, this is typical of you. You'd care more about your old door than you would about the poor little four-legged ripped dog.
Put some, what do you call that?
Rat poison?
No, pepper.
Ah, yeah, great.
Gerry.
Yeah,
like that.
How kind that is.
Gerry.
Yes.
A wee taste of Vic. Do you remember Vic from years ago?
I remember, of course. I never had a chest. Yes, right, yeah.
A wee taste of Vic usually puts him off from going and licking things and doing things like that.
Yeah,
but what we really got to do is got to get his wee head figured out.
Okay, yes.
Okay?
Okay, maybe you could figure mine out sometime. All right,
never.
We'll pass your number on to her.
Right, Gerry.
Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
It's a swing day, isn't it? I'm really getting into all this stuff. This is Jane Russell and Marla Monroe.
Bye-bye, baby. Remember you're my baby when they give you the eye. Although I know that you care, won't you write and declare that though on the loose, you are still on the square. I'll be gloomy, but send that rainbow to me then. My shadows will fly, though you'll be gone for a while. I know that I'll be be gloomy.
But send that rainbow to me.
Then my shadows will fly.
Though you'll be gone for a while, I know that I'll be smiling with my baby by and by. With my baby by and
I'll be in my room alone, every past meridian, and I'll be with my diary and that book by Mr. Gideon. Bye-bye, baby. Remember, you're my baby when they give you the eye. And just to show that I care, I will write and declare that I'm on the loose, but I'll stay on the square. I'll be lonely, but even though I'm lonely, there'll be no other guy. Though I'll be gone for a while, I know that I'll be smiling with my baby by and by, with my baby by and by.
I'll be gloomy, but send that rainbow to me. Then my all ashore, last call, all ashore. Oh, you'll be gone for a while. I know that I'll be smiling with my baby by and by. Bye-bye, baby. Remember, you're my baby when they give you the eye. Although I know that you care, won't you write and declare that though on the loose, you are still on the square?
That's Robbie Williams' next number, I'll tell you that. That's a song called Bye Bye Baby. That's Jane Russell and Marilyn Monroe. Wow, that's great. That's from an album called Swing, which is just out now on Columbia. I love that. I don't know why. Something about it, I really like it. That's about all we've time for today. If you want to write to me, write to Gerry Anderson, care of BBC Radio Foyle. That's Derry/Londonderry. And we'll be back tomorrow at approximately 10:30. You can send me an email if you wish, gerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk. Goodbye. It's coming up to 12 o'clock.